The time is 5:42. I would like to call the Flint Board of Education Special Board meeting to order. Board members, as I call your name, please reply. For the record, Vice President Perry is absent. Secretary Green is present. Oh, Secretary Green. Present. Treasurer McIntyre.
Present.
Assistant Secretary Treasurer McNeil.
Present.
Board Trustee Walker.
Present.
Board Trustee Wright. And myself, Carol McIntosh, I am present. Members absent are Vice President Perry and Vice President Perry. At this time, the board will hear any comments from the public. If you have a script, please turn it in to the Board Executive Assistant Monica Elston. We ask that you state your name and the reason for addressing the board and that you limit your remarks to 3 minutes on the matters within the jurisdiction of the board and not address individuals by name. The presiding officer of the board shall have the right to limit the number of persons to whom may address the board on the same subject. Members of the public are reminded that the board, by its bylaws 1370, is not under obligation to answer questions, make comments or statements in response to issues raised by the public in general. Such issues will be referred to the superintendent for investigation, study, or recommendation. Audience members are reminded to state their name and address, and if appropriate, the group they represent, employees of the board, representatives of employee organizations and unions, and students should exhaust administrative procedures before addressing the board on matters for which administrative review is provided. You are solely responsible for the content of your public statement. Is there anyone here from the public who wishes to address the board? Seeing there is none, at this time I seek a motion. Oh, I'm sorry. Victoria Mass.
Hello, my name is Victoria Mass, like she just stated. My main focus on being here today is regarding my children and the fact that they keep getting school canceled because of the heat. I feel as though my main question and concern would be the very first time you had to cancel school because there was an air conditioning problem or it was too hot. What have you guys done since that very first time you had to cancel school? You canceled school 3 weeks in a row on a Thursday regarding the heat, and then you decide to cancel school for a whole entire week. I am a single parent of 4 children. If I get one more day, I'm gonna be homeless. We're not gonna have nowhere to stay. I don't have nowhere else to send my children when they're supposed to be in school. I changed my hours for that very reason. I changed my hours from the hours of 8 to 4 because that's when my children are in school. I have an older daughter that is 11 and she goes to a completely different district. Never once have her school been canceled because of the heat. They have air, they have the necessities that they need to continue their job. So what are you guys doing so that this does not continue? Because I can see now, right now it's because of the heat, and come winter it's gonna because it's too cold. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am. Are there any other members of the audience that wish to address the board? At this time, I seek a motion and a second to go into closed session to discuss and complaint file with the Board of Education.
So moved.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we meet in closed session. Board members, when I call upon your name, please say yes or no to go into closed session. Secretary Green?
Yes.
Treasurer McIntyre?
Yes.
Board Trustee Wright? Board Trustee Walker?
Yes.
Assistant Secretary McNeil?
Yes.
And myself, yes. Board members, we are now in closed session. Please join me in the back room. Public members, we will reconvene here after we come out of closed session. Thank you. Properly seconded. Are there any questions? Seeing no further questions, those in favor of the motion say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The motion passes. And we have one person absent that's not voting, and that's Ms. Perry. Are there any other public comments? Seeing no further action, I declare this special board meeting. Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Wright. Ms. Wright?
I just have a question about school closures and air conditioning. What happened to all of the you can't hear me? I'm sorry. Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, I thought that the community had come together either last year or the year before and bought like air conditioners for every classroom so that we wouldn't have to close schools. So what happened to all those air conditioners?
So, sorry, yeah, but I'll just speak really quick. So last week, I mentioned that I had went to Brownell and Holmes, and a lot of the classrooms had the portable air conditioning units. However, when they turned the portable air conditioning units on, it blew fuses, the circuit in the hallways, right? So the teachers are saying, hey, if I turn my air conditioning on, not only will my fuse blow in the hallway, but then that means my smart board is down and devices are down. So it's an electrical issue, ultimately, that's preventing the proper use of the portable ones until we can get the main ones used, to my understanding.
It is, and that's why we suggested to do the electrical, especially if you're gonna add a new, more modern central air unit, because it can't hold what we have on it, so that's what happened though. And then some of the schools, you have to have a window she did mention that you have to have a window, and some classrooms don't have a window, so you can't use the window unit.
And my second and last question is, has Johnson Controls completed air conditioning in any school?
Nethercutt is the only one that said. Talk about that.
They, to my understanding, they've completed the air in several buildings, but the problem is we can't run them because the electrical circuit can't give it the capacity it needs to run the
But
equipment.
wouldn't that
So
have been part of what they should have been doing?
The initial part.
and we voted for that to happen. Well, we voted for that because I knew with the technology, well, they just doing it, I guess they was just
No,
doing
I guess
it.
my point is that if you are putting in a central air, you also are making sure that
That's right.
the electrical system supports it. So why would they put it in there without it
Makes no sense.
being
Any
able to
electrical
be
out there,
supported?
that's the first thing they looked at. to
So
see if
I think we need to have Johnson Controls come to the table and explain some of
They were
this.
here, they were here last.
Yeah,
They was here.
Yeah, they
So
were-
did we ask that question?
Yeah,
Yeah.
point of information. I think when Johnson Control was here, he did a lousy job speaking over our heads.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody to oversee this guy. He already built us millions of dollars, and common sense would tell you, before you can do anything, you fix the circuit board. We don't have anybody watching this man to see exactly what it is that he's doing. And here we are, our kids cannot get in school. They've been lost learning as we speak, and nobody is auditing this guy, Johnson Control. He got his name on Northwestern School, and he's using it as his company and business there, and storing his equipments there. And when you pull up in Northwestern, you see Johnson Control. And the problem would be that we need an expert to walk around and see exactly what it is that we need, because we are not engineer. I'm an engineer designed for vehicles, but I don't know all of this other stuff. So we need someone to work with this man, because here we are, all of this is not going anywhere. When are these kids going back to school? And that's the question we have. When are these kids going back to school?
well, we knew on the front end before they added this that we needed electrical. We spoke of that,
Then
so.
in March.
So, but the thing is, I don't know if they do electrical. We didn't probably contract them for, I don't know what we're wrong. But I know that we knew, because we spoke on it. I recall discussing it in the meeting. So we'll have to do some asking around and follow up on that. And yeah, because I think he said his bill was at like 19 million already. And we don't even know if we can get a stench of air, so.
We don't even know what he actually did.
It's a mess.
So I think we got some researching to do.
Oh, well.
Okay, is there any further discussion or questions from the board? We have Miss Fiona that would like to speak from the public.
Good evening. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I just have something small that I would want to share with the city of Flint. And I am Fiona Mamai. Just moved to Flint a month ago. And I am the founder of Mamai Art Gallery, and it's a nonprofit that organizes different youth development programs. And one of them that we are doing for the first time in Flint is I don't know how to pronounce this word, but it's okay. After getting used, I think I'll get it. Is it Genesee County or, all right, yeah, thank you. Yeah, Genesee County Children's Business Fair. And with this, kids get to develop a brand, create a product or service, build a marketing strategy, and then open to customers at our one-day marketplace. And that will be at Kisley's Park on September 4th. So if you happen to see this sign anywhere, that's us. And please come out and support kids from the age of 3 to 17. If whatever your kid is interested in, they could be crafters, they could be DJs, they just have to come showcase. We give them a table and they just set up, the parents step away and the kids run the show. For example, my son is a painter and this is one of his, so he's a painter and a fashion designer. So the shirt he's wearing is his work. So kids have amazing work. So I pray that the city of Flint will support this program. September 4th, please come out and thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I think that conclude. Go ahead, Ms. Green.
Ms. Fiona, can I ask you a question? Is this something that the Flint Community School students can get involved into if they wanted to be a part of your event? Because there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here.
Yes, thank you so much. So I am still looking out for registration because it's still open.
Okay.
It's $15, but if somebody is not able to afford the 15, but has the product or the service, they can still reach out to us because we get sponsorship and we can still support everybody. So everybody's welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome to donate. You're welcome to come and support the kids, and registration is still open.
How would someone reach out to you? Did I miss that?
So I have this, and the number is 781-325-5053.
Oh, okay.
And our website is www.mamai, MAMAI, art, which is ART, gallery, GALLERY.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is that it? Any more comments, questions? Okay, seeing no further, the special board meeting is adjourned. It is now 7:13.